Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you what Revolution's Conceal and Define foundation looks like, and I'm going to do a wear test. But since you've asked for it, I'm going to show you what the Tarte Shape Tape foundation looks like along the side it. It's already 10:15. So I need to get this foundation on so we have a nice 12-hour test. Just a quick note, I get oily throughout the day. I have acne prone skin, as you can see. And I don't prime before my foundation wear tests. If the foundation looks good enough on its own, then you can use your favourite primer. I hope you understand my logic. I'm going to talk about the Revolution Conceal and Define for a little bit. The description on their website is ageless, unisex, affordable, yours. They really meant that. Their campaign for this was absolutely amazing. It had transgender person on there. They had a girl on there that had a certain skin condition. There was a boy in there. Like, just in general, they really did good. I don't have to tell you that there are 18 shades of this foundation. Are there? 2, 4, 6, 8. Never mind. There's actually 24 shades in this foundation. And for the drugstore, damn, that is a lot. Especially at this price point. This is £9, so on the slightly higher shelf in the drugstore, but the bottle is glass. It feels slightly luxurious. What else do we want to know? New to the Conceal and Define family, meet our Conceal and Define full coverage foundation. I like me some coverage. Offering a lightweight yet buildable coverage in 24 skin true shades. There you go, 24 shades. This versatile foundation is designed to suit every skin type and tone. With an oil-free yet creamy and comfortable formula, that's good, that dries down to a long-lasting demi-matte finish. So I already know it's not going to be the same as Tarte Shape Tape foundation. It talks about the bottle, swipe on and blend out, blah blah blah. We all know how to do that. A lot of you have pointed out that my last Revolution wear test, which was the fast base, I had the shade F2. You have pointed out that the foundation was way too light for me, but I did buy it online, and you'll know how hard it is to match your shade online. I'm going to start with Shape. I have the shade Fair Light Neutral. I'm just going to go straight in with the wand. This will help me determine whether I'm putting the exact same amount. Let's bounce it in with a sponge. As you can hopefully see, I would consider this more of a medium coverage, but you can definitely build it. I will do that after my initial application because I want to see what they look like with just one layer on. This is a little bit lighter and the doe foot is a lot bigger in this one. So I did 2 doe foots worth on my cheeks. I wiped everything else around my face. And then again, I'm gonna use the sponge to blend it in. Don't read me for this shade match. I actually do prefer how this looks when it comes to the shade match. You know what? I think I could even go darker with this, but I think it's going to be a good shade during the winter. This is the Tarte side. This is the Conceal and Define. They have a similar coverage I would say the Tarte is just ever so slightly more coverage. So let's build these. I'm actually going to start with the Conceal and Define. Very happy with that. It does build. It does have a better coverage. It just does. That's Shape Tape. That's Conceal and Define.
A few minutes later.
Do I feel like I need to powder? I might dust the tiniest bit of powder just everywhere. So it's fair. For now, I do prefer this side. I'm sorry, Conceal and Define. It does look good. It does look good. And it does look a little bit less cakey. They don't look bad. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and give you a check-in in a couple of hours. I am wearing a lot of highlighter, just saying. This is not oils, it's just highlighter. I don't see a massive difference, to be fair. Need to point out that this cheek is a lot better. If you haven't seen my previous video, you should go and watch it. I have reviewed Murad, what is it called? Blemish treatment thing, and it's doing wonderful things for my skin. This is the Tarte side. Like I said in my initial wear test, this foundation is very, very, very matte. For a person that has an oily skin, and I can feel how matte it is, I don't think it's going to work for combo or dry skins for sure. That's that. And this is Conceal and Define. I do have a lot more blemishes on this side, and it does feel a little bit more comfortable than this, although it doesn't look as good, I feel like. Tell me what you think. I feel like there's a little bit more cakiness on this side. I don't see the foundation like collecting in my moustache. Yeah, can you see that line here? Right here. Oh, that, wow. Okay, that is a lot worse. So it has completely like separated in my crease, in my nostril, like around my nostril. On here, even though this is such a flattering angle, I am very sorry, but if you're new to my channel, I am very thorough with my wear tests. So even though it has collected a little bit in that dent, it hasn't pushed it out. I do like my face today. We're on hour number 4, and I've noticed that my face is starting to get shiny, and because I've been playing with my hair, I have actually rubbed some of the foundation around here. I'm not going to talk about it too much. It is getting a little bit greasy, and I will blot probably in about 2, maybe 3 hours. So I shall see you then. So I just woke up from a nap. It is almost 4, so I had this foundation on 5.5 hours. Overall, I feel like I have this natural glow still. I don't look extremely oily, and I actually agree with some of you guys under my last video. I might have to do a regular wear test of Conceal and Define, because it's very distracting having this on this side. They're just very, very different, and I can't actually make up my mind whether I do like this foundation or not. It is still, I still think the coverage is not as good as it claims to be. It is nice, almost full coverage for the drugstore, like in the drugstore land. it is a full coverage, but if you have experienced actual full coverage, it's not. I hope you understand. The only issue I am having with Tarte at the moment is that it looks a bit cakey. So throughout the day, as I was wearing this foundation, as I am wearing this foundation, it is very cakey around my mouth. The issue I am having with Conceal and Define is, I don't know if you can see around here, oils, my natural oils, have made it, you know, when I need to Google that word. Hold on, let me Google a word. Let me translate a word in translator. When you speak two languages and all of a sudden you forget a certain word. So basically, this has curdled. The foundation and the oil didn't mix, and it has created curdly effect. That's why it's called curdling, at least in Poland. I only have it in this area. I don't know why, because that's not usually where my foundation does curdle. I don't know. Like I said, I think I agree with some of you. I just read more comments under my last video, and I might have to do just a regular wear test, honestly, because as we can see, there's different areas of my face that react to the foundation differently. You know, like I feel like I'm wasting the time of this video to compare and contrast, whereas in a normal wear test I would genuinely just talk about this foundation that I'm trying out today. I'm gonna carry this on and I'm going to do another wear test, and now I need to go downstairs and make dinner. 8th hour of the wear test. Forehead looks patchy, but that is purely because it got really oily. I need to blot, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, I do use just regular old toilet paper because it works just fine. I was gonna say both sides look very evenly oily, but I do feel like, and I did ask my mum this, and she did say that this is better coverage, a lot more matte, and this is slightly less coverage but like has that slight glow, a healthy amount of glow. And I do agree, I think this is a little bit more shiny. So like right here, I don't know which one it was, but it did come off onto the paper. Huh. Wow. Well, something surprising has happened. I'm trying to get as close to the window as I can, and hopefully you're able to see that the foundation has rubbed off in this area, like quite a lot. This is the Tarte Shape Tape side. This is Conceal and Define, and surprisingly it's holding up a little bit better. Conceal and Define has not rubbed off as much as Tarte. It held up a lot better, despite the fact Shape Tape is a little bit more matte, which is very surprising. It is 8, therefore I have been wearing these two foundations for 10 hours. Sorry about the harsh light, but obviously I wanted you to see. This is the Conceal and Define, this is the Tarte. As you can tell, this area here in comparison to right here, I feel like is a lot less oily. Yes, the coverage is disappearing from this area. It has disappeared from around my nose very quickly, my hairline, but on the Conceal and Define I feel like it is a little bit worse. But let's talk about the price difference. The Tarte Shape Tape, I remember paying £48. Yes, it included shipping. The foundation is £33 and this is £9. Like I said previously in my earlier check-ins, I will definitely do a full face of wear test of the Conceal and Define, because I feel like comparing these two, they are so different. This does not claim to be super matte, this does, and that's the reality of it. This did not hold up as well as this because it has that claim. Let me know if you agree with me, if you want to see a full face test. 12th hour check-in. I thought I wasn't gonna do this, but I am editing the video and I still have the foundations on my face. Both of them have rubbed off my forehead. They do look shiny AF. The coverage on Conceal and Define, I do have less blemishes on here, so even if this foundation was rubbing off, you wouldn't be able to see as well as on this side. That's exactly why I am going to do another wear test on this foundation. God, I need to take my makeup off. I hope you have enjoyed that. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.